Hey everyone, I'm Dylan, although you may know me better as ConflictNerd, and today I'm collaborating with Paradox Interactive to bring you part 2 of a Traffic Manager President Edition tutorial featuring the creator of the mod, LinuxFan. Let's go ahead and jump right in to the second row of tools available, starting with Add Priority Signs.
Priority signs are a great alternative to full-blown traffic lights, especially for areas with low to medium density traffic and for roundabouts. With TMPE, cars check for conflicting vehicles every time they approach a junction that is governed by priority rules. To prevent large traffic jams from building up, you sometimes see that cars on high priority roads give way for cars on low priority roads. Pro tip: hold Shift and click on a road to set up priority signs for all junctions of the road. This also works for roundabouts.
I've personally found that in some cases, a combination of priority signs and yield signs can be a lot more effective than traffic lights. It is a little bit more dangerous though, and your results may vary, but I kind of thrive on the chaos just a little bit. Timed traffic lights. Assuming you've already worked out traffic light timing with the previously mentioned manual traffic lights tool, the timed traffic lights tool will let you create an advanced lighting setup for any intersection.
Like in the real world, timed traffic lights can sense approaching cars and adapt their cycle time dynamically. Just put a minimum and maximum time in and play with the sensitivity slider. With the Change Mode button, you can toggle directional lights. Pro tip: make sure that your lane layout always matches your directional lights.
Not only can you individually manage lanes, you can also manage multiple intersections at any one time too. Meaning, you can set up a huge sequence of custom timed traffic lights along an entire stretch of avenue or an entire district of your city. Once your intersection has been selected, you'll want to click the Set Up Timed Traffic Light button, and then click Add Step. From here, you're able to set the minimum and maximum wait times for traffic at any light. You're able to set whether one light or another is red or green, whether pedestrians can cross the road or they have to wait for a light, and you can even change the traffic light mode to allow you to set one lane in red and another in green. Honestly, timed traffic lights is one of the more complicated tools within Traffic Manager, but it is easily one of the most powerful too. Junction Restrictions. Similar to lane arrows and lane connector before it, Junction Restrictions will let you go in depth with who can do what at any given road intersection in your city. You can disable lane switching, you can disable U-turns, you can allow traffic to enter an intersection even if vehicles ahead would force it to sit in that intersection. You can stop traffic turning one way or another, and you can even just stop pedestrians from ever using the crossing. Speed limits. If you've ever felt that the default speed limit on a stretch of road was too slow, then the speed limits tool will let you correct that. Whether you want a highway that crawls along at 10 kilometers per hour, or you feel like having a tiny little alleyway that moves at 120 kilometers per hour, you can absolutely do that. You can even go so far as to have different speed limits for different lanes on the same road. And if you want an entire section of road to have its speed limit updated in one go, you just need to select your speed limit and shift-click the road that you want to update. Vehicle Restrictions. This tool is another simple one with a lot of power behind it. With vehicle restrictions, you're able to block certain vehicle types, be that civilian, bus, taxi, delivery, garbage and recycling, and emergency, from a section of road. You can do this by simply clicking on a section of road and cycling through the various options, or by setting up one road section and clicking the Apply Vehicle Restrictions to All Road Segments Between Two Junctions button, which will, well, do exactly that.
When you place vehicle restrictions, always check and make sure that service vehicles and delivery trucks are still able to reach their destination.
Parking Restrictions. The final option within this version of Traffic Manager, Parking Restrictions, is a simple way to toggle roadside parking on and off for all vehicles. Simply select the road, toggle parking, and if you're really keen, you can shift and click at the same time to toggle it off on an entire section of road. In part 1 of this tutorial, I talked about the advanced vehicle AI, the parking AI, and the dynamic lane selection.
TMPE's Advanced Vehicle AI aims to improve the pathfinding algorithm for cars. It measures long-term traffic density for individual roads and lanes and helps cars to distribute more evenly among the available lanes. Note that pathfinding happens before cars move off. That means that the AI is unable to take the real-time traffic situation into account.
Next up is the dynamic lane selection.
Dynamic lane selection, or short DLS, supplements TMPE's Advanced Vehicle AI with a more dynamic decision logic. While the vehicle AI predetermines the road to use, DLS gives cars the opportunity to switch to a clear lane while en route.
And last but not least is going to be the parking AI.
Maybe you have heard of the term pocket car. You know, when Sims drive to a train station, virtually put the car into their pocket, then hop onto the train, and later pull the car out of the pocket again in order to drive to the destination. That's exactly where parking AI aims to make the game more realistic. When enabled, as in reality, Sims first need to regularly park their car, and only then can they continue traveling to their destination.
In conclusion, Traffic Manager President Edition is absolutely one of my favorite mods, if not just my favorite mod for Cities Skylines. I absolutely recommend that you try it out if you can, because honestly, I think you'll enjoy it just as much as I do. Now, speaking of enjoying things, if you enjoyed this video, we'd love for you to drop a like on it, and don't forget to subscribe for lots of regular Cities Skylines content from a bunch of different creators, not to mention Paradox Interactive and Colossal Order themselves. I've been Dylan, you've been awesome, and this has been Traffic Manager President Edition in Cities Skylines. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye!